It is a futile and pointless, inappropriate measure, and the politicians know that, and they drag their feet on this out of fear, because if they were genuine about the issue, if they genuinely acted in accord with actual evidence, they would not be adopting a badger cull. And pity the police, who will have to spend $500,000 of their budget in order to police the badger cull, and it is unfortunate, unnecessary, a complete waste of time. Here in Cornwall, we've got a large initial cull zone stretching from Padstow to Launceston. For what? I think we have a duty of care to one another, and we have a duty of care to the vulnerable in our society, the very old and the very young, the helpless, whomever they are. And we similarly have a duty of care to the natural world. And, well, future generations, I believe, will hold us accountable. We have a kind of cell of good living here in Cornwall. It is a very precious place. It's a very precious part of the world. And we have a duty to protect it and cherish it. And our badgers are part of the vulnerable in this, our Cornwall. Bless you.
Thank you very much, William.
Before promoting wildlife interventions, especially this kind of lethal and really damaging intervention of badger culling, the veterinary profession and individual vets should be setting the bar really, really high. We're supposed to be the profession that looks after the welfare and well-being of animals. So if we're going to support something like badger culling, there should be a substantive and guaranteed benefit from the culls. There should be absolutely no alternative to culling badgers. The methods that are going to be used should be demonstrated to be humane, and there should be no other negative consequences like increased illegal persecution or impacts on non-target animals. In my view, and in the view of many of my colleagues, these culls fail on all of these counts. Now, ladies and gentlemen, this isn't just about the 4,000 poor badgers who've lost their lives for no good reason in the West Country over the past 3 years. It's not even just about the tens of thousands more badgers that could be killed in the coming years. It's about the attitudes of our government, our industries, our vets, and our society towards our wildlife. And it's about making decision makers see that playing the badger blame game and wasting millions of pounds on public money persecuting badgers won't help struggling farmers. All it will do is devastate badger populations, cause untold suffering for individual, many thousands of individual badgers, and cost taxpayers and farmers a huge amount of money. So thank you for coming today to celebrate badgers and to really sort of stand up for badgers. Please do all you can to help out. If the culls do sadly come to Cornwall this year in those cull zones, should they go ahead, and keep writing to your local and national political leaders to remind them of just how much public opposition to this policy there is. Let me be absolutely clear, badger culling is unscientific, it's ineffective, it's inhumane, and it's entirely unnecessary, and this travesty of a policy must end. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much indeed, Mark.
Why are we here today? Well, we're here because we're probably weeks away from the extension of this crazy, cruel policy into this beautiful, beautiful county. Now, believe it or not, the government have spent of your money over the last 3 years, the best part of £25 million, killing just under 4,000 badgers. That's nearly £7,000 per animal. None of those animals have been tested for TB. We know the vast majority of them do not have the disease, and yet they've gone ahead and killed them in a most cruel and ineffective way. Do any of you think that's acceptable? No. It's an absolute national disgrace. It's all but impossible to pass the disease from badger to cow. Yet, since 1975, not one further field experiment has been done, and we have spent tens of millions of pounds. We have killed millions of, or hundreds of thousands of badgers effectively over a period of time, gassing them, snaring them, shooting them, and now we're shooting them and trapping them again for no reason at all. This is all about politics. This is all about money. This is all about avoiding taking the difficult decisions in the intensive livestock industry that we have today. Wouldn't you agree? And that's what we need to wake people up to. New licenses will be issued, very possibly here in Devon and Cornwall. But we must continue to stay united. We must go back into those fields. So please sign up to join Wounded Badger Patrols. Please support the Hunt Sab groups and others that I know all of you care passionately about. Because at the end of the day, the government isn't monitoring this cull. It's us that has to be the eyes in the field. It's us that have to watch the people that are killing these animals. We have to hold them to account. Wouldn't you agree? In the 1970s, there were people handcuffing themselves to trees in this county, bringing national media attention for the first time because of the badger gassing trials that were going on here. We are the next generation. We're picking up the baton. We're just doing what people did 40 years ago, but we've not gone away. We do care. We will fight. We're going to go through this town today. We're going to make some noise. We've got the ITV and BBC and press and radio covering this. We have reached millions of people as a result of you coming today. So keep fighting. Keep sharing the images on social media. Keep telling your friends that this should stop. Yeah, buy a copy of this book and send one to your MP as well. Every one of them should have it, and demand a meeting with them. Ask them to read it and say, I'm going to come in and I'm going to question you on the issues in this book. I want some answers. And we'll be getting this to Theresa May. We'll be seeking a meeting with Andrea Leadsom, and we will not give up until we stop this horrible, cruel cull. Thank you very much.
Save our badgers!
Stop the cull!
Save our badgers!
Stop the cull!
Stop the cull!
Save our badgers!
Stop the cull!